Hey guys, Romie here, Romie Reviews. So, this is the third, I believe it's the third Romie Report, third or fourth. And we're first going to focus On the Run, Part 2. So, Beyoncé and Jay-Z, see, Beyoncé does these shenanigans. Don't think that if her team has all these non-disclosures and is able to hide all of this music and all of that before, as far as us hearing it, and that doesn't leak, why would you think that something like this, like a tour, that this would just magically leak, like someone just really messed up? No, no. This is what really happened, from my point of view. Oh yeah, please like, comment, subscribe if it's your first time watching. Please comment and like in general. The thing is, Beyonce knows that for the first couple of months of the year, it's tax season. She knows that you need to make sure that you either go and flex with your money, go and pay bills to get caught up, whatever you need to do. She's saying, no, give some of that money. She will entertain, and Jay-Z will be there. So, you know, he puts on a show. I'm going to be there. So the date for Philly dropped, I believe it was July of this year. And I said, so I guess we're getting that joint album too now, aren't we? Because that was the thing. The other rumor that we know is not a rumor anymore. They were working on a joint album, and then Beyonce, she ventured off and did Lemonade. So then Jay-Z, as a result, did 444 or 444. And so now you can't tell me that they didn't have a bunch of songs recorded for the joint album, probably one and retooled, remastered some stuff, and said, all right, we're done. We're going to put out the joint album, which, again, to me, would just seem kind of weird. I'm just thinking from a promotional standpoint what that's going to look like. I don't know. But I do know what the tour will look like because we already saw On the Run, apparently part 1. I'm still trying to figure out, though, are we ever going to get the Formation World Tour HBO special, DVD? Like, well, what's going on with that? Because because that's what the fans are really looking for. Forget all this YouTube clips with the full. No. We want the 4K, even though barely anyone has 4K monitors or network connections. 4K, Ultra Deluxe HD, particular viewing angles. We want it all. So I'm still wondering where that is. But yeah, they're definitely going on tour this year. Beyonce is getting ready because she's going to show us something new at Coachella or get us really hyped at Coachella. I don't know if she's going to use the Coachella to go and say, all right, so here's the tour dates for my other stuff, because you know she does stuff like that. And she works really hard. She deserves. That's just it. So that's it essentially regarding On the Run Part 2. Get ready because it's going to be in the major stadium, or which one's arena? Which one's bigger, arena or stadium? I don't know. Whichever one's bigger, that's where they're going. And you know it'll sell out. I mean, individually, they're able to sell out like the largest venues back to back. That's just the star power and the shows that these two put on. So be prepared. Tiffany Haddish, she's living her best life. She's doing the dang thing. She has now Netflix specials, multiple like Netflix deals. So shout out to her with that. She got to meet Oprah. And you know when someone's star is really on the rise, that's when they start to get hate. Like Cardi B. Cardi B is now getting more hate than ever because her star is on the rise. And Cardi B is a little different because she responds to a lot of stuff. But Tiffany Haddish, there's more outward. Oh, some people are like, oh, she's not that funny. Oh, she's not. No, she's amazing. That's all we need to focus on. She's amazing. She's a woman and she's black. So why can't we just celebrate that? Why can't we celebrate someone that actually has a good spirit? Just because some people out there, hopefully not anyone watching, but some people out there got some nasty stank spirits, doesn't mean that everyone else has to go and subscribe to that mentality or that way of life. Why can't some of us just be happy? Why can't some of us just be happy? I mean, her bills are being paid. She's able to fully take care of her family, and people are really trying to down her. Let's be very clear. Just because Tiffany is successful now and doing her thing doesn't mean that, you know, the next Joe Blow can be just like her. No, there's only one Tiffany Haddish. There's only one Beyonce. There's only one Oprah. There's only one Rihanna. Speaking of Rihanna, that Rihanna with that lingerie line. So let's back up. Rihanna had music. Then from the music, she put out a perfume or two or a couple. Those were successful. I was like, okay, let me up the ante. She got the Puma deal, and then her shoes, the sneakers were selling out. She was selling the clothes. Then she had the full Puma just line, period. The Fenty line, and then it went to Fenty Beauty. And then you know how that actually really did change the landscape of the cosmetic industry. And now she wants to do lingerie. But I'm thinking, didn't Rihanna already tell us that she was like, you know what? If I'm wearing a top, I'm not wearing a bra. And if I'm wearing pants, I'm not wearing underwear. I feel like she said something like that before. I know people can grow and change, but you know that's going to sell out. You know it's going to sell out. You know, man, dudes are going to be out here trying to figure out, all right, so let me get my girl this, and that. Sidebar. Because this isn't even about the ladies. Men, getting your women Fenty lingerie will not make them look or act like Rihanna unless they're doing some role-playing mess. Let's be clear about that. Let's just be very clear about that. And then we'll move on to the Oscars. Because did you guys watch the Oscars? I didn't watch the Oscars, but shout out to Jordan Peele. I know some people didn't really, they thought his acceptance speech was just okay, but I really think it was because he was surprised. That's the thing with the Oscars. It's just one of those shows where you're like, you know, this person deserves to win. You really want this person to win. Everyone's rooting for this person to win. And then they give it to the other person, the other people. And they're usually not a minority. And we're just like, but it's kind of crazy to me how we need, what is it called? Inclusion writers, which essentially are when you're going and working on a set, you can request that there's a certain percentage of minorities around. And I said, now what type of mess is this? You actually have to request that? That's the part that's mind-boggling to me. You actually have to request something like that. Wow. Wow. That's really sad. That's really sad, but I guess progress is better than no progress. And then, I said 3 or 4 topics. I'm just going through them. How do you guys feel about Wendy Williams? I knew she wasn't feeling well. I knew she wasn't feeling well. I knew that, I just knew something was wrong. Obviously, I didn't know the details, but like most people, I knew something was wrong. And it was bad because I watch her show every day. I do. She gets on my nerves, but I still watch. And it's funny because when I was looking at her, I was thinking, what is going on there? And I'm like, what is she saying? She seems extra irritated, irritable, which was fine because that was slowly becoming the norm for a while. But then she wasn't making any sense. Her eyes were bugging out, and I know she has Graves' disease and thyroid, so I thought, okay, maybe it's just that, which I wasn't wrong, but she was then, well, she uses the word allegedly because she knows half the stuff that she's saying. It's just coming off the dome. It's just theories that she has. There's no real truth to half of it, I would say. But it was just getting really ridiculous where I said, this isn't even making any sense. None of this is making any sense. And then she finally came out and said, look, because of my thyroid and Graves' disease, and because I don't take breaks because she's still in that mindset of if she takes a break, then it's over, which is the entertainment industry will really convince you that that's the case. They'll truly make you feel like if you take a break, if you stop to go and take care of yourself, then that means you're putting money aside, you're sacrificing money, you're sacrificing any opportunities that you have for growth and development. You're sacrificing a lot for something so minuscule in the grand scheme of things, because if you're dead, then what? And so she talked about on her show how she needs to take a break for a couple of weeks, and the break's actually longer than what we thought. And I said, great, go away and come back well rested and with a clear mind, because you were babbling for a while. You fell out twice, and we weren't dumb. We knew that there was something wrong. We knew that there was a lot of things wrong. We just didn't know the details. And now we're finding out, I believe it's the 19th. She's coming back March 19th, and she has a co-host. Honestly, I forgot what his name is. But a co-host guest to fill in. So I believe next week he's gonna be there so that, and we know that's because of advertisers. Let's just call it what it is. Advertisers said, we can only do this whole rerun thing for so long. We need new products. We have new products on the way, and you're not there. And that sucks. That really does suck, because you pretty much are like a workhorse when it's a situation of it's just you and you can't take a break even to better yourself, because, well, you can, but your show can't, because your show is a moneymaker. Regardless of how people feel about Wendy, the show makes money. It does. It draws eyes, attention. She's still a part of pop culture herself, even though she mainly reports about it. And so advertisers are like, that's a gold mine. Gold mine. So that's that. I'm trying to think, was there anything else that came up that I really want to talk about? Because these are the things I actually want to talk about, not just things that I see and say, oh, shout out to Ricky Rose. He's better. He's better. I think they said he's out of the hospital. We don't fully know what happened. There's a rumor that, oh, he was having heart palpitations during sex. Oh, he was alone when it happened. We don't fully know at this very moment. What we do know is that he's better. But people were trying to act like he was on his way out. I said, wait a minute, is there something I'm missing? And that's the thing I don't like. Because people were really trying to make it seem like he was out of here, like as if he had one foot in the grave. But it is interesting how people who lose a lot of weight, but they still have a lot of health problems, and sometimes after they lose a lot of that weight and they're changing their lifestyle, their body has a weird reaction to it. It's just crazy. And we see that way too much. So you just have to, everyone has to take care of themselves more. Put more focus on themselves, take care of themselves, and take care of each other. If you see someone and they're a little bugging out there, go, and there's nothing wrong with reeling them back in. There's nothing wrong with reeling someone who's a little out there back in. So that's it for now. Thank you for listening to this Romie Report. Please like, comment, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Like this video. The thumbs up's very important for YouTube purposes, since they keep changing their algorithms and all that. And leave a comment. I'm not just talking to hear myself talk. I can do that without recording. Let me know what you think.